Hi guys, this is the first video of Study Point, and today I will cover power sharing chapter of class 10th from social science. So let's begin. So firstly, what is power sharing? The sharing of power. Not only in this chapter we will analyze and study the sharing of power among three organs of state: legislature, executive and judiciary, which is very important for the functioning of democracy. And we will also study that why is it necessary for public voice because and for the democracy. So let's begin. I will explain whole chapter. So let's start. So this is the overview of the chapter. I have explained it, and yes, we will cover two case studies and much more. So let's begin. So this is the case study. This is very important. Every time it asks in exams, this case study is very important. So Belgium and Sri Lanka. So let's start. So I will explain it with this one. So this is our Belgium. It is in the Europe, Western Europe, and this is the Brussels. This orange box is Brussels, and this is Flemish region where Dutch speaking from Netherlands. Because here, 1 minute, I will explain you where it is. This is Netherlands. This is Germany. Yeah, it is Germany. So it's Germany, and it's France. So as you can see that in the Wallonia region, this is red Wallonia region. It is from here lives French people, and here lives Germany people, and here lives Dutch people, which are from Netherlands. And this is the Brussels. So as you can so you have learned the map, and now I will tell you about something which will we learn that there is the majority of Dutch people in country, but the majority of people is in Brussels is French people. So this is the only reason for conflict. So let's start. So this is the case study we will learn here. So Belgium is a smaller country in Europe. It is not important, never asks, but we will read. It is borders with France, Netherlands, Germany, and Luxembourg. It is population of 1 crore. They can ask about it. About half of the never asks. Ethnic. It is very important. Ethnic. In exams, they will ask for ethnic definition. So what does it mean? A social division based on shared culture, people belonging to the same ethnic groups. Not just because let's see social group which are having same language, culture, and follow same aspects. So this is the only definition of ethnic. No need of learning all these because that will be difficult for you to understand also. So let's continue. The ethnic composition of this country is a small country is very complex. Yes, it is very complex. We will study half the country's total population. 59%, as you can see, it always asks 59% live in the Flemish region. So where is the Flemish region? Sorry. So here it is, Flemish region, and here are Dutch people. I have told you. So here 59% lives in the Flemish region and speaks Dutch. So they are from Netherlands. Okay, there is Netherlands, and it is not shown in this map, but if you will go to world map, you can see. Another 40% people live in the Wallonia region. So it's Wallonia region, and here is France. So it is obvious that French people will come in here in the southern region of Belgium, and region, and speak French. Yeah. Now, sorry. Now, and speak French. Remaining 1% of the Belgians speak German, and here is the German, a small area. In the capital, now this is the most important. You have to learn these points. Are Dutch speaking? This 80% people speak French while 20% are Dutch speaking. So 59% lives in the Flemish region and speaks Dutch. Another 14 people lives and speaks French. It always asks in the exam to learn this. The minority French speaking community was relatively rich and powerful. So they are in the minority in the country population, but they are relatively rich. And this was resented by the Dutch speaking community who got the benefit. Now French people are in minority and they are rich and powerful, and Dutch speaking community they are majority and they got economic development and education much later. So both the communities are advantaging, and this is the only reason for the conflict. But the biggest reason, if it will ask for the reason why there is conflict, so we have to say that there is a Dutch people have a majority in a country, but less in they are minority in Belgium, which is Brussels, which is the capital. So this is the only reason. So I have told you that that if French getting rich and powerful, then Dutch speaking getting economic development and education. So these are the two reasons why there are conflicts in the Belgium between Dutch, and these conflicts were in 1950 and 1960s. The tension between the two communities was acute in Brussels. As you can see, Brussels, this is very important, which is the capital of Belgium. It's Brussels. Brussels represented a social problem. Dutch speaking people constituted a majority in the country, but a minority in the capital. I have told you that Dutch speaking are majority in country, but not in a minority, but are minority in the capital. This is the only reason for the conflict. Continue. Let us compare this two situation to another country. Now the Belgian case is over. We will study solutions afterwards. So now Sri Lanka. As we know that Sri Lanka, it is our native country. Now is an island nation. As you know, it's an island, just a few kilometers. It is about less than 100 kilometer between Rameshwaram and Sri Lanka. It is about 2 crore. It's important, just learn it. Like other nations in the South Asia region, Sri Lanka has a diverse population. The major social groups are the Sinhala speakers. This is very important. Major social Sinhala speakers. Sinhala speakers. The major social groups are the Sinhala speakers. Among them, there are and the Tamil speakers 18%. Okay, Tamil speakers 18% and Sinhala speakers 74%. Now let's continue. Among Tamils, there were two subgroups: Tamil natives of the country and the Indian Tamils. I will let you know. Focusing that. So I will show you by the map. So Sinhalese are these yellow colored, and Sri Lankan Tamils are these orange colored, and Indian Tamils I will know. When India was not independent, the Indian Tamils, which were in Tamil Nadu, they were migrated to Sri Lanka. The forefathers of the Tamil Nadu population. So they have gone there and start living there. So they were Indian Tamils, and Sri Lankan Tamils were the Sri Lankan people, and they were Muslims also. So let's start where we were. So we were there. are called Sri Lankan Tamils. Here, groups Tamil natives of the country are called Sri Lankan Tamils. Now the rest, whose forefathers came from India as plantation workers during colonial period, are called Indian Tamils. I explained you those people who have migrated from India to Sri Lanka at that time when India was not independent, they are called Indian Tamils. Now also, as you see from the map, Sri Lankan Tamils are concentrated in the north and east of the country. Yeah, Sri Lankan Tamils are here and Indian Tamils are here. Okay, most of the Tamils are Hindus or Muslims. There are about 7% Christians who are both Tamil and Sinhala. Just imagine what could happen in situations like in this. In Belgium, the Dutch community could take advantage of its numeric majority and force its will on the French and German speaking population. Okay, if this line says about that if 74% as a majority, if Dutch will having, then they will force the French people and German to allow to, so they will rule the rest of French and Germans. Now could take advantage of its numeric. Now where we and German speaking population. Yeah, it's correct. The majority always forces minority to do the thing whatever the majority wants. This would push the conflict among communities further. This could lead to a very messy partition of the country. Both sides would claim control over Brussels. Yeah. In Sri Lanka, the Sinhala community enjoyed an even bigger majority and could impose as its will on the entire country. Yeah, the country, Sri Lanka, Sinhalas as their majority, they forces Indian Tamils to do what they want, what Sinhalas want. So they have to allow and Sinhala forces everything. Now let us look at in both the countries. Now majoritarianism, it is a belief. Majoritarianism is very important. This will definition will ask in the examination. Majoritarianism means that it is a belief that majority will rule the country and without regarding of the feelings of minority. So let's study. Sri Lanka emerged as an independent country in 1948. Means Sri Lanka becomes independent in 1948. The leaders of the Sinhala community sought to secure dominance of a government by virtue of its majority. So they were majority and they applied their majoritarianism in the government. As a result, the democratically elected government adopted a series of majoritarian. Yeah, they have to do because government have to because there were Sri Lanka was a small country at that time and no laws were there at that time, so they have to the government had to force. In 1956 an act was passed. This is very important. 1956 act was passed to recognize Sinhala as the official language, thus disregarding Tamil, because Sinhala is only spoken by Sinhalese and this feel alienated of by Tamils. So this is very important act. The government followed preferential policies that favored Sinhala applicants for university positions and stipulated that the shield shall protect Buddhism. So Buddhism is followed by everyone in the Sri Lanka, and the most important Sinhala, all the job opportunities and university positions is given to Sinhala people, not to Tamil people, and this is very important point which tells about why Tamils were alienated and forced. All these government measures coming up one after one gradually increased the feeling of alienation. Yes, these feelings made Tamils that they are not from that country and government is not feeling anything about the Sri Lankans, Tamils, and all the enjoyment is given to Sinhalas. They felt that none of the major political parties led by the Buddhist Sinhala leaders was sensitive to their language. Okay, they felt that constitution and government policies denied them equal political rights, because democracy says that everyone is equal and having same dignity and respect before democracy, and no one should be discriminated. But the scenario here is very different. Discriminated against them in getting jobs and other opportunities and ignored their interests. As a result, the relations between the Sinhalas and the Tamil strained over time. So what happened after this? Just see. The Sri Lankan Tamils launched parties and struggles for the recognition as Tamil as an official language for regional autonomy and equality of opportunity in securing education and jobs. So Sri Lankan Tamils have launched many parties and struggles so that they can achieve their goals. But what happened is nothing. Their demands were rejected, as you will see. But their demand for more autonomy to provinces populated by the Tamils were repeatedly denied. Yes, by 1980s. Now in 1980s, several political parties were formed. They were demanding Tamil Ilam, means an independent state for the Tamils in the northern and eastern parts of Sri Lanka. Okay, the district between the two communities turned into a So their conflict between Sinhala and Sri Lankan Tamils led to widespread conflict, and this was called a civil war. Civil war is that war. I will tell you. Civil war. Where is it? Civil war. It is not here. Yes, a violent conflict between opposing groups between a country that becomes so intense that it appears like a war. A conflict between the peoples of the same country when like Sinhalas and Tamils are from same country and they are fighting against them. So this is the civil war where the people fighting of the same country against each other. As a result, thousands of peoples of both communities have been killed. Many families were forced to leave the country. Okay, as refugees, and many more left their livelihood. You have read chapter 1 of economics textbook, class 10th, about Sri Lankan's excellent record of economic development, education and health. But the civil war had caused a terrible setback to the social and it has also affected the social, cultural and economic life of the country. Okay, so what we have learnt from this, that we should respect the feeling of minority and majority rule does not mean that majority will rule the country for the long time. For a long time it is very terrible. As you can see, they have the result has killed many people from both the sides. Now let's take accommodation. Belgium. What are the solutions for in Belgium? The Belgian leaders took a different path. They recognized the existence of regional differences and cultural diversities. They accepted the differences and made solutions. Then what are the solutions? Between 1970 and 1933, they amended their constitution 4 times, scales to work so as to work out an arrangement that would enable everyone to live together with the same country. So they have accepted, both the communities have accepted the exchange should be there, and this is the best solution for these differences. The arrangement they worked out is different from any other country and is very initiative. Here are some of them. So what are the features of this amendment? These are very important. They will always come in exam, so learn it. Constitution prescribes that number of constitution prescribes that number of Dutch and French speaking ministers shall be equal in the central government. This means that all the members of constitution will be equal from both the communities. Some special laws require the support of majority and members. So those who are weak in the society, they will get some special features and preferences, and no single community can make decisions unilaterally. Yes, so it is very important. Second point, many powers of the central government have been given to state governments because for the state correction, it is very difficult for the central government to take decisions on that state. So the power is given to state government so that state can easily solve the problem of the state level. The state governments are not subordinate to central government. It is happened in India also that central government, which means national government, can't force state government to do this or that. It is not the spirit of democracy. Brussels is a separate government. Brussels, which is the capital of the Belgium, will have a separate government in which both communities have equal representation. Yeah, both the members will be the same in number. The French speaking people accept equal representation in Brussels because the Dutch speaking community has accepted equal representation in central government. So why French speaking people accepted this? Because Dutch speaking, which are the majority, has accepted this law in central government. So French accepted these laws. This is not important. Just go. This is the fourth point. Apart from the central and state government, there is a third kind of government. This is the very most important feature, which is community government. This is community government and is elected by the people belonging to one language community, Dutch, French and German speaking, no matter where they live. The government has the language related issues. Okay, no matter where they live, this government has the power regarding cultural. So this community, what they do, they solve the conflicts of cultural, educational and language, and about these related issues they works and made laws for these fields. You might find Belgian model very complicated. It indeed is very complicated even for people living in Belgium, but these arrangements have worked well so far. So what we learned that what Belgium has did is very better than the Sri Lanka condition. They helped to avoid civic strife between the two communities and possible division of the country on linguistic lines. So what they did, they helped and reduces the conflict between these communities and made a good solution by dividing the communities. When many countries of Europe came together to form the European Union, Brussels was chosen. So Brussels was chosen as its headquarters. This is Brussels and this is the European Parliament. So what do we learn from these two stories of Belgium and Sri Lanka? Both are democracies. Yes, Sri Lanka was having democracy and Belgium was also. Yet they dealt with the question of power sharing differently. Why? The ideologies are different. In Belgium, the leaders have realized of the unity of the country is possible only by respecting the feelings. They did good thing that they realized the feeling of both the means that majority has accepted that minority should be also given respect and all the features which are majority also enjoying, and such a realization resulted in mutually acceptable arrangements, and this is also called sharing power, because power is sharing to state government, community government and also to people of the country, because people is only the spirit of democracy. Sri Lanka shows up a contrasting. This is a bad example that it shows us that if a majority community wants to force its dominance over others and refuses to share power, it can undermine unity of the country. Yes, this. So if the in exam it will ask that what are the results and reason of Sri Lanka conflict. So this is, and what is the solution? The solution is that majority never forces its dominance over others and refuses to share power because it is not the spirit of democracy. Okay, so case study of Belgium and Sri Lanka has done. Now we are approaching this topic. So let me so we have covered this topic, and now we are thank you guys for watching this first part of this video. This is the first part, and second part I will complete whole chapter very quickly. So please subscribe my channel because I will cover whole course of 10th class, which will be easier for you, and many chapters and full course of social science for class 10th. So please subscribe me, and I will lead for you the better explanation because first explanation will be not good for you. So next explanation will be very good and good quality. So thank you guys, and please subscribe and like the video. Thank you. And second part I will complete whole chapter. Thank you guys.